And hello, everybody. Yeah, stop looking at my package, Nicole. How are you doing?
I am doing swell. How are you today?
I am super excited for this show, super excited that we're live streaming everywhere. So I want to let people know, if you guys are watching on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, make sure that you guys follow, like, and subscribe. It's a really great way to help support our shows, as is sharing them. Share them right now. Share them in the future when you watch them back later. Put them in places you think people would love them. Or what if they're listening on their favorite podcast provider, Nicole?
If you are listening on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, or Google Play, make sure you leave a 5-star review and a positive review and share it with all your loved ones and friends.
Yes, and of course, if you've missed any of our past shows or you're looking for them, you can head over to our website, hellofriendspod.com, to see our previous shows, links to them. The show notes will be there, where to follow people like Enzo. All will be on the show notes for the page. You can get links to our previous TV Co. Shows there, and so much more. But of course, Nicole.
Yes, well.
What?
You know how like the other day I said it's kind of like Halloween and like the kids come to your door and you're like, I ran out of candy. And then or like Christmas, like you sit on Santa's lap and he's like, there's no presents left in the bag. Mm-hmm. Well, today we've rectified that. You come to my door, we have all the candy to give you. If we are Santa, we have all the presents to give you, because today Enzo is here.
I am so excited. And now I was just confused, Nicole. Was that was your Enzo intro? I felt like there was no alliteration.
It was me bringing it full circle from the other day. I can't bring it full circle, but it wasn't the actual intro.
Yeah, I didn't think so. There was no alliteration, and I got so confused. Go. We want Enzo already, Nicole.
Okay, hold on. I had it prepped. Okay. My friends, somebody who was one of 2 votes to keep me in the Big Brother house, somebody I think, to be completely honest, I would have voted for in the final 2. We all love him. It is the marvelous Meow Meow.
Oh, Enzo.
There you go. I'm here.
You are here.
We love that you're here. Usually, I was not expecting marvelous and Meow Meow. I thought you were going to do exciting, extravagant, and she loves an alliteration, and so.
Yes, I'll take whatever I can get right now. I'll take it, definitely.
Are you not getting love postseason, Enzo?
I am getting a lot of love. I do, but this season is different from my first season because there's a lot more love, but there is hate too, and I'm like, oh. I was like, you know what I mean? There is hate. And I was like, I guess the whole, it's been 10 years for me. So the whole social media game is a whole nother game, man. It's different. It's definitely different. But again, I love people that love me, and it is what it is. Even the haters, I think you guys are fans of mine. It's just that, you know what I mean? Like, you just didn't like some of the things that I did, so you got mad at me. That's all it is.
Right.
I understand it that way. If they're putting in the effort to send you hate, they're still putting in the effort to speak to you. So it's like, okay, Thank you for your effort.
Yeah, 100%. Now, and so that brings up a very good point, because we have a lot of new features around here that we can do. And now I'm sure that you had a lot of sayings this season, Enzo, from yo to it is what it is, and to that ain't it, Enzo. So we just want to let chat know they can put a 1, a 2, or a 3 in chat. I feel like this is going to help you, Enzo, to know, people like to come out postseason. They like to make the shirts. So we're going to poll chat during the show, and we're going to find out our favorite Enzo saying from the season. So whatever chats you guys are in, wherever you are, you can 1, 2, or 3 for your favorite Enzo saying. I'm excited. I want to know. I personally love, and it is what it is.
True. This is true.
I've been using it. Go ahead, Nicole.
You gotta go with the yo. The yo is the classic Enzo. You gotta go with it.
Do you have to go with the yo?
It can be attached to anything. It is what it is. Yo. That ain't it. Yo.
That's true.
It, yo. That's my whole hashtag now. That's it, yo. That's it.
I know that we could have put the yos onto the other one, but I feel like you could put the yos onto literally anything you wanted. I feel like it deserved its own entry location for polling.
You're right. It's a good drinking game too. It's a very good drinking game when you watch TV. Every time I say yo, you take a shot, or you sip whatever you're drinking.
I do like that, and it is what it is. Has gotten me out of so much stuff with Nicole this season. She'd be like, "Oh, we got to blah 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 blah," and I'd be like, "Nicole, it is what it is." It is what it is. And then she would be like, I'm getting triggered. That's not true. Nicole was out here cheering for you, Enzo. Yep.
Awesome.
So many of us were cheering for you, but I have to get the elephant out of the room right now. And so there's 2, you guys can start leaving your questions in the chats. We're going to be incorporating those, but I have an issue with Enzo.
Oh.
And I want to get that out of the way first, Enzo.
Perfect.
We might have saw during the comic competition, we got to see your amazing comic, which we do love it. We love crime fighting. We love all of it. However, have you watched the episode back yet, Enzo?
I have not.
Okay, well, let me explain to you how this went. There was all of these comics, and then there's Enzo, and he looks at Nicole's, and he says, the Podmaster, that's one podcast I'm never going on. Nicole has a podcast.
And I was doing that in the DR, messing around, and I said, do not play that. And they took it and they aired it.
They did.
They aired it.
They did.
Oh,
so
Enzo.
I was busting chops, and I was like, no, don't air that. And they still took it and aired it.
Enzo, do you think my problem is you saying that? That is not the problem. The problem is you forgot that I'm on the podcast with her. It should have been Nicole and her co-host.
Again, like I said, I didn't want to do any podcasts after the season because I just knew it was just going to be bananas coming at it, because I felt like so many more people were watching this show because of just the whole quarantine thing. So I felt like there's just going to be it was just going to be mayhem coming out of here. So I was like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to do anything because I know there was just going to be such a microscope on us this season. So I was just terrified of doing anything when I got out. So that's why. But again, look, I'm here and I'm doing it because I do love you guys and I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. And I'm sorry. No,
oh, please, Enzo. I'm just joking. You were one of the people I loved watching the live feeds when Nicole would mention her co-host and you'd be like, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, see, I shouted you guys.
I feel like, that was very kind. For people that don't know, because maybe people might not have wanted to watch the Memphis postseason show that we did. I don't think people really realized that, let's say, you guys are encouraged to make fun of each comic so that they have an entertaining edit that they can put together. It's not like everyone is just roasting the comics for the hell of it.
Yes. Yeah, right. I think I said something about Case, and I was like, don't say that, and they put it in there. It is what it is. Like, who am I to crack on anybody? I mean, there's so many things you could say about me. I know that. You know what I mean?
We also to each other.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Exactly, 100%. So, Nicole, I know that you had some place that you wanted to start with.
I want to start right back at the beginning. You get the call to be on All Stars. What is your reaction? What is your kids' reaction?
I was elated. I was, man, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I waited 10 years. Now I'm going to get a shot at this. I'm in great shape. I'm like, man, so many things went through my mind. I think I went for a jog. I put my AirPods in and just went for a jog. I was so excited. And I was just going through my mind, like, yo, who is going to be in this house? Just so many things were going through my mind, but I was so super excited. I told my kids. My daughter was excited. She was my son didn't know what was going on, but my daughter's 10 years old, so she knew, like, cause we would go out places and people would like know me and want to like take pictures sometimes here and there. So she knew, and now she's on her iPad. She could Google me, see pictures of me. So she knew, and she was super excited.
That's cool.
I have to say, Enzo, that there are just so many questions coming in for you. And speaking of your family, one of the ones that we're getting nonstop, I'm going to take it from Lucy Z over in TV Co chat. She wants to know, Enzo, are you going to be getting a bidet for your house?
I want one. I feel like life without one now is so different. Like I want one now. I'm missing that. I want a bidet. I want a bidet to power wash my whole backside. I want it. I definitely want it. I'm gonna get one. I just gotta. I think a fan did send me like a link to where I could buy it.
Oh.
So I will be purchasing that.
Nice. It really is life pre-bidet and then life post-bidet. Like you're never the same after it.
I'm never the same. I miss it so much now, and I definitely do. I want a bidet.
Has anybody showed you the funny clips that made the show about you with the water being everywhere from the bidet or any of that stuff yet?
I seen that clip where it was with me, Tyler, and Cody. When Cody went in, yes, I seen that, and that was hilarious. Yes,
that was it.
I should have like wiped some of the water down, but I felt like look, it wasn't the toilet bowl water, it was the bidet water, so it was clean. So I thought I can get away with it. I thought I could just like get away with it. It's just water. It is what it is, But nah, Cody was just like, man, he was just all over me with that stuff, man.
I gotta say, they frighten me. I'm afraid of them.
It got really hot that day. Like that day, it was really hot, so that's why I kind of
really hot,
up. I jumped up and then like just spritzer water everywhere, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm out!" Like I'm out. I just left, and that was it. Like acting like it didn't even happen, and I got out of it. That's what
Cody saw you walk by,
and Tyler's in the shower showering. I'm like,
"It'd be more subtle."
No, don't worry about it. It's just spritzer water. It's not the toilet bowl water. Like thinking that, like that's gonna make it even better. Me saying that, it just made it worse, but.
It is crazy. And speaking of your family, I see Sergeant Sparkle over on Twitch says, was your son really a banana for Halloween?
Yes, he was. I put it on my Instagram wall or whatever feed. So he was, and I made him do like the little banana ride that I did when I won the POV, the first POV. So I got like 70,000 views on that, man. It's crazy. There it is. Yep, there's the guy.
I think that Nicole was probably, and I don't think that we talked about this, Nicole, but Nicole loves a banana. Like literally bananas. I'm not being funny. I think that she didn't get to participate in that. I just remember watching your face during that and being like, oh, she is so upset about this.
It was a really fun comp, like watching you guys do it. You guys look like at least you're having fun. I don't know.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. And I was like, I have like big legs, so it was easy for me to just ride that banana. It was very easy, which is weird to say, but it was. And I hate bananas. Like I hate bananas. I don't like bananas, but I mean, it was fun. It definitely was fun.
Look,
hold on. I have the best joke ever.
Okay.
Are you prepared, Enzo?
Yes.
Okay. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a
banana?
Yeah.
Fruit flies like a banana.
Fruit flies like a bug.
And so
fruit.
And so
isn't that cute? Oh,
that's it. Yeah,
I think it's really funny.
Good, right, Eric? Yeah, that's good.
No, Enzo, welcome to my life. Okay. Like you couldn't have just kept her a little bit while longer, Enzo. Wow. I was like, I'm free for the summer, and then I'm back to bananas. No,
wow, I expected more of a laugh from that.
Here's what I have to say about the banana comp. I feel like we learned a lot about all of you. I think that projected things very well for maybe future girlfriends of yours. And so, like for example, with Cody, we learned maybe he's just a sit back and let the banana do all the work kind of person.
Yeah, you could tell from me.
You're like really getting into it.
Yes, I get into it. I'm very passionate You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
we
very
loved it.
passionate, especially when I have a girlfriend. I'm very passionate. So there's a lot of women out there that saw that and were like, okay.
There was, Enzo, which is why I have to bring up the last topic that I know everyone wants to know about, and I just have to get the elephant out of the room, Enzo.
Mm-hmm.
There have been a lot of times during the season, or maybe a few times during the season, when people would send us clips of you being like, Nicole A was the only single one in the house. Oh yeah, I wish we had more time with Nicole A, which she made me swear I wouldn't bring up on this show, and that's the worst thing you can do, Nicole. So Enzo, when is the Nicole A date gonna happen?
No,
I mean, I think Nicole A, I know, seriously, Nicole A was so sweet. I thought she was so sweet. She was from Long Island.
Right.
She had the accent.
Right.
She was sweet. She's cute. She's very cute. So I was like, I mean, who knows what would happen, right, Nicole? Who knows? If
who
you
knows?
Stay long in there.
Who knows? It is what it is.
It is what it is. I think you guys were the only single people in the house, and David, right?
Yep, and Davon. David.
And Davon, yeah, and Davon. Right. Wow. That was that was fun. Okay, I'm sorry, chat. They're all calling me a troll. Go ahead, Nicole.
Yeah,
I had to get it out of the way.
Okay. So Enzo, you talk about, preseason, you were wondering who is going to be in the house and whatnot. When you walked in, what were your initial reaction? Were you surprised by the people in there? Were you not surprised? Were you hoping to see somebody that wasn't there?
I was hoping to see Dan and Derek. So I didn't see that. But then I was very happy when I saw Cody. I was very happy when I saw him because I did hang out with him one night in the city at Frankie Grande's house. And I hit it off with him. He's an Italian kid from New Jersey. So once I seen him, I was like, I'm definitely doing whatever I can to align with him. And then everyone else, I was just like, I don't know. I just felt like, okay, I don't really, know too much about these people. Let me learn about them. I don't think they really know too much about me, which is a good thing. And then let's just start from scratch and see what happens. I was excited. I was just like, all right, that's it. I took it day by day.
Yeah, I think that all of us wanted to see, I think all of us had an idea of maybe someone that we wanted to see once we learned it was All Stars. I personally loved seeing that you were in that mix. Yeah. I remember I instantly called Adam and was like, is this true? I'm like, I'm so excited if we're getting some of these players. He's like, I don't know, but Enzo hasn't been returning my phone calls. And I was like, this is going to be amazing that we're getting some of these old school players in this game, because I think it's what the game needs. It's not that I don't love new school. I love old school players who don't just exist on blind sides and will call targets out and will draw lines in the sand. I miss that type of play in Big Brother recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, look, look, I'm proud that I even got called back. It's so hard because there's so many good people. There's so many people you could pick from. There's so many people that could have been at a house. We know that. You know what I mean? There's so many all-stars out there that could have been there. So I'm just happy that I even got the chance. I like what Big Brother did too. I like what they did. They kind of mixed it up, went back, brought in Kaser, brought in Janelle, brought people. They just went all over the place with it. It was such a, just a wide range of how they did it. And I liked it. I liked the cast. I mean, of course, look, it could have been other people too, and there was other deserving people too. We all know that, but only 16 people can get their shot, So, and I tried to shout people out while I was in there, past players. They deserve to be an all-star. This one deserved to be an all-star. I try, but again, they were chopping me up anyway on Twitter. It is what it is. That's just the nature of this beast. When you go in that BB house, you are a guinea pig, and you will just be picked apart. That's just what it is.
I mean, I feel like people really loved you on Twitter, though. I can't really think of anything that you got that people were many. I mean, I think one of the things, and even, we said this on the show, that we were a little bit confused about is some of the times in the DR, it seemed like you were very yes, I'm Team David. Yes, I'm Team Kevin. I'm going to help them out. I want to do it. And then when you would have chances to with a vote or not with a vote, that you didn't. What do you want to say about that?
Yeah, no, I got killed on that when I got out. And trust me, guys, trust me, people out there, I wanted to get rid of Nicole from the beginning just because she was a champion. I wanted her out. Nicole F, I wanted her out. But at that moment in time in that game, man, I mean, I was like, I can't. Dave wasn't doing nothing for me. I love Dave, yo. That was my guy. That was my guy, man. But he wasn't going to do nothing for me staying in that house. He was actually going to hurt me staying in that house because he was becoming the pawn. He was becoming the pawn. He wasn't winning anything, and he was just a liability for me. Keeping Nicole in that house meant she was another target in the house that I could hide behind. Keeping her and Cody as a target too, so I could hide behind them too and keep me and Cody safe too. A lot of people hated that. They did hate that move. But again, I don't regret it because, man, I got to the end of the game.
It also made Tyler and Christmas some people that were targeted prior to you because everybody was upset with them.
Exactly. And I'm the one that really led to Tyler's exit out of that house because of me going to Cody and telling him they tried flipping a vote. They tried doing this and that. So, I mean, it was just a lot of variables. And then I had the whole thing with Memphis with the wise guys. So I'm showing him like, look, bro, I'm with the wise guys. Look, bro, they tried voting him out and I voted for you. You know what I mean? So, again, I understand I was talking a big game in that DR and I wanted her out. But it takes a lot of balls to switch up your gameplay right there on the spot and do that. Trust me, every move I make is calculated. I don't just do things to do things. No one controls me in that game. I control myself. Trust me on that. Trust me. And I put all my eggs in a basket with Cody because I knew that was the only person taking me to the final two. There was no one else who was going to take me. They said this, and that. Memphis was taking Christmas. Tyler was probably going to take Dave or Christmas over me. They were scared to take me to the final two. Cody had the balls to do it, and he was a monster. And I knew he was a monster at the end. I needed someone to win these comps at the end, and it was Cody. And again, it was hard sitting next to him. But at that point, I was like, look, you don't know what the jury's going to do. You don't know who they're going to vote for, who they're not. So I took my chances.
What about Christmas after Memphis was evicted? Do you think Christmas would have brought you to final two?
I think if Memphis is gone, she would have definitely took me over Cody to the final two. Yeah. I think she would have definitely did that. Now, as far as Nicole goes, I thought she would have, but it looked like she was getting really close with Nicole. So I don't know if she was going to take me over Nicole. I mean, I would have tried to have been like, look, yo, she's a champion. Why take her? We're parents, whatever I used. I had a really good connection with Christmas in that house. I did. Again, I don't know how good of a connection you have with Nicole, so who knows, you know, but I think Christmas definitely would have took me over Cody.
Absolutely. Well, and like in regard to your strategy, one thing I wanted to ask, because you said like nobody can control you. We saw you vote against the house with me. We saw you vote against the house with the Janelle week. Was that just you voting for who you personally wanted to stay? Did you want to purposely stir the pot? Like, what was your mindset?
Yours, I was like, I like you a lot. You're East Coast. You're not going out of this house like with a shutout. Thanks. So I was like, I'm giving you a vote no matter what. You're getting a vote. I mean, I didn't tell anybody, but I was like, she's getting a vote. I don't care, whatever. Janelle was more strategic. I wanted to play. I wanted to play along with that. Although I did like Janelle too, and I was like, I don't want her going out either with a 0 vote. But that was more strategic too. I wanted to use that and play around with that. And Danny, I found that Danny was trying to do that too, but which worked out for a little bit because people were kind of like, who did it, who didn't do it. Some people got upset. Bailey got upset about it. She's like, that was my friend. I wanted to send her a vote. So it did work to some extent. You know what I mean? I definitely wanted to do that and use that. And then I became HOH right after that. And I was using that to like, yo, who was the vote? Who was the vote? Who do you think was the vote? So I was using that. So it worked a little bit for me.
I see people in chat saying, I totally forgot about this, but on the feeds, didn't you say something like your cousin or somebody told you, like, I have to protect Nicole A? Like, if Nicole A is in the house, I have to work with her?
My sister-in-law. My sister-in-law was like, Nicole A is in the house. You better make an alliance with her and you better protect her. And she said that about Tyler too. She said Tyler, she liked Tyler a lot too. And they were both in there. So I always had Nicole A in my good, in my good graces. I did, but man, that house was just, it was just too crazy. And she got jokered out on some like bullshit, man. The way it went down with her, man. It really sucked, man. And I did, like, me and Cody generally liked Nicole A. We wanted to work.
That would have been like a really cool East Coast trio. Damn it.
But I said that. Didn't I tell you, I was like, yo, you be the mole on the other side of the house. I'll be the mole on this side of the house. Me and you work together. You know what I mean? Like, it could have been me and you in the final two. I don't care. Whatever. You know what I mean? Just whatever.
I mean, you deserve a lot of credit, Enzo, because we watched that, committee alliance literally take out everybody week after week after week. And you got in there, you solidified yourself with those people. Nobody in there really was ever going after you until late end game when there wasn't a lot of choices left.
They started going after each other before they started coming after me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on the triple eviction, Memphis already went after Nicole, and then Tyler put up Nicole and Dan. Like they just, I was in such a good spot, man. I was in such a good spot. I didn't have to win anything on a triple eviction, which is crazy. And I threw that first HOH, which my brother was like, "Why did you do it? Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you just go after Nicole right there and Danny?" And this is, I was like, "Jackie," because me and my brother talk a lot. He's like my God, man. He's my right hand guy, and he just we always just go, we just rack our brains about what to do, what not to do. And he was like, "Why didn't you do it? Why'd you throw it? Why didn't you just get blood on you? Do it." I was like, "Jackie, I was in such a good spot. I didn't have to do anything. Let them go after each other. I knew about the committee. Cody told me about the committee. I knew about that whole thing. And that showed me a lot of trust that Cody told me about that. So I was like, okay, I trust this guy a lot more now, him telling me this. Maybe he didn't want Danny to tell me first or whoever. He didn't want it to get out, whatever. It was a good play on his part because I did trust him a lot more from that. And I used that to my advantage. Because now the other side of the house, I'm trying to pin them to go against the committee. I'm trying to have Dave go against them. Davon, Kevin, just go, but they just weren't winning anything. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to win something.
Win anything.
So I was like, I'm gonna have to win something sooner or later, man.
Yeah. And in that regard, because you said you threw the first HOH, was there anything, because we kind of saw you early in the season winning a lot, and you came out of the gates and everybody's like, damn, Enzo's a competitor, he's winning things, and then around halfway through you kind of fell backwards a lot, not backwards, but kind of to the background. Did you do that on purpose, like throwing a lot of comps, or was that just the luck of the draw?
I did it on purpose, but some of them was luck of the draw too. It was just I couldn't, with some competition, I wasn't gonna win.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever it was, I just wasn't gonna win. I wanted to win that comp in the final after the triple eviction, the one that Cody won where he had to take our clothes off. I did try to win that one, and they just beat me. I mean, it is what it is. But there was, from that point on, when I started winning a lot, I just saw a path. Look, I literally wanted to go after everybody. I won 3 comps within like 20 days. I was ready to let's go. Let's just go at it. And then I started seeing like just the line starting to form. I just started seeing like I'm in such a great spot. I need to watch out now. I need to watch out and just play more strategic and depend on my social game now, because I think it's going to get me to the end of this game again. And why not do that? Why not take advantage? I know the fans didn't like that. I know they wanted me to keep going after people and just going crazy. Trust me, I did want to do that. But again, I'm playing for me and my family too, man. I'm playing for that money. So I got to be smart. I have to be strategic about it. It could be boring sometimes, and it could be this, and that. I get it, and I apologize for that. But I am playing a game, man. I'm trying to be strategic and get to the end of this game however way I can and win this thing, man. So you got to understand that. It's not easy playing this game.
Strategic too, because you set the bar in the beginning of like, yes, I can win things, and not by fluke. I can win a lot of things in a row. And I think that, made a lot of people like, oh, damn, okay, he can win some. And then because you have such a tremendous social game, you were able to then use that for the rest of the way, and it got you to the final 2 chairs.
I put that in my pre-interviews going in. I said I'm going to win an HOH. I'm going to win early because I want people to align with me, because I know they think of me as the dude that socially he's great at that, but then he's just going to, like no one wants to sit next to me on the block because they're going to go home. So I wanted to win comps early to just use that to my advantage, so like people would align me, like a Cody would align with me. I'm like, okay, this dude can win things and can protect me. I wanted to do that just to put that in their heads, and an intimidation factor. You ain't gonna put me on a block. You're gonna be scared to now. So
yeah, exactly.
I use that to my advantage, and I did say that I was gonna do that. I did say that. I came through on that, and I wanted an enemy, but no one wanted to be an enemy of mine. No one did. So why would I make enemies when no one wants to be an enemy of mine? You know what I mean? So, but it is what it is.
I see Angela Earls over in TV Co chat says, did you have a game plan going in? Were you looking for the Brigade 2.0?
No, I didn't want to do a brigade. That's why I said to Cody, I said, yo, you are going to have my loyalty, and that's it. I'm not getting brigaded out. I'm not getting Enzo'd out in the final 3 again. Only 2 people fit in those chairs at the end, and that's it. I wasn't doing a brigade this time, and it was just me. Like I said, I put all my eggs in the basket with Cody. I said, and that's it, bro. I'm not having a 4-person alliance, and I'm not showing my loyalty to them. Again, I was in a whole bunch of alliances, but I was using them into a certain point, and then that's it. You know what I mean? That's just the nature of the beast. I'm not doing a brigade again. I just wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
And Enzo, you're doing a tremendous job at selling your game. Like, the chat is all like, damn, he should have won it. In that regard, do you think there's more you could have said during your final speech to get more of the jurors to vote for you? Because you do have such a tremendous social game. Everybody on that jury loves you. Yeah. But it seems like when it came down to it, Cody just solidified all the votes.
I think, I think no matter what I would have said, they were still going to vote for Cody just because what he did at the end in those comps. I think no matter what I would say, but I think I should have been better in my goodbyes. I think that was a flaw of mine. I should have been more straight up. I should have been more cutthroat in my goodbyes, so they would have known exactly the way I was playing and how I was playing it. Because they were in the jury house like saying, how is Enzo playing? We don't even know how he's playing. Again, I was playing so good, you don't even know how I was playing. Yeah, but these are points that I could stress at the end, being like it was just me against the whole committee, and look where I'm at. I'm in the final 2. The whole committee steamrolled through everything, and I was the only one that ever won HOHs against you guys. And literally, I took you guys out because I'm sitting here in the final 2. Yep. I got rid of Tyler. I played a major part in getting rid of Tyler. Major part. And that's my guy, and I love Tyler. But I played a major part in getting rid of him. I had a lot of points. You know what I mean? I had a lot of points. His HOHs in the beginning, Cody's HOHs were weak. He didn't really go after anybody. I went after Case. I think Case was a big target, although it was a house target. It is what it is. But I did win comps in the beginning against Cody in the beginning, but it is what it is. Like, again, I was in such a great spot. I didn't have to win nothing. Cody had to win those comps at the end, or else he was gone. He was gone. Yep. I didn't, you know. So I that's why I hate that 9-0 vote, because it's like, look, Cody played an awesome game. He played an awesome game, but I played an awesome game too, and that's why that 9-0 vote I hate. It stings a little bit.
I get, and that's kind of like what Josh did his season. Was every person that was evicted, he would outline, here's what happened, here's how it happened, here's how I contributed, and that kind of like led people into the jury. And like you said, you were playing so well that everybody in jury was kind of like, oh, Enzo's still there, and he's a great social gamer. But what does he know? What did he know?
Strategy, and I think that's what I should have did. I should, in the goodbyes, I should at least did that. Just been more straight up in the goodbyes. I should have told Memphis. Cody told me about the committee. That's why I got rid of you. And I did tell Cody I was going to do that. And I was like, and then he used it on me and told him about me telling about the wise guys. So where I should have just been a little bit more direct in my goodbyes. And that's the only thing I kind of regret that I did wrong. But everything else, I go with my gut on everything I did in the house.
Absolutely. And kind of jumping forward to like the end of the game, when you were in that final 3-part HOH, we did see you have a difficult time. Yeah. That second comp when you lost, which I understand, I was in the same boat last season, lost the second part, went behind that wall and had a little bit of a meltdown, because it's a very, very tough pill to swallow when you know now your game is in other people's hands. So talk about that a little bit, how you felt in that moment.
I just knew at that point that $500,000 was kind of gone for me, because I don't control my destiny, meaning that Nicole is not taking me over Cody, which was crazy to me, which I'm like, how are you not going to take me over Cody? That to me speaks volumes for me, because she's terrified of bringing me in front of that jury. Again, she had a better relationship with Cody. I get it. But Cody won all these comps. Cody had a really good social game. And Cody was not on the block either, which I did that purposely to use that as bait when I'm in the final 3, where they're saying, look, Cody wasn't on the block either, so how are you going to take him over me also? So I did that purpose too. Again, everything I do is calculated. A lot of people got on me for that. Why didn't I put Cody on? Because the flip side of that, I wanted him to have that, so I could use that to negotiate against Nicole. Like, look, he's won all these, he's won more comps than me, hasn't been on a block either. How are you going to take him over me? You know what I mean?
That's a very valid point.
Yes, you know what I mean? So, I mean, and then me losing that comp, it was just like, I had a really good feeling that Cody would take me over her, but I just felt like when Cody does take me, it's going to be hard to win $500,000 against Cody. So that's why I kind of snapped, and I was like, you know what? You guys take each other. You guys know what you guys are doing. It is what it is. $500,000 out of my grasp anyway, so whatever. But I feel like if Nicole would have took me, I had a good chance of beating her. I had a
You think
really
so?
good chance of beating Nicole.
I think so.
Yeah, but she wasn't going to take me, so it was what it was at that point. And I snapped a little bit. It is what I made a little good TV for a little bit. Yeah, it was good TV for a little bit.
And how was that final week? Because I know final week, final three, it's just you three in the house. Was it like awkward? And then at that point, you know, you're like kind of waiting, like, okay, one of them two's gonna win. I'm relying on both of them. Like, how was the air in the house? I know last year I was
it wasn't awkward. It was just now the first time out of 80 days that I felt nervous. I wasn't nervous at all season long. And it was the last week of us three when after that second HOH comp that I felt like, wow, like now I'm nervous. I think this might be, I think I'm getting third place again. I'm going to have to walk out with a mask on my face. And here we go again, third place. So that's where I was a little nervous. But again, I never showed weakness to Nicole. I never showed weakness to Cody, except when I just, when I snapped that day. But and after that day, I always was just crazy me, laughing me, whatever. I just didn't want to show weakness. I didn't want to show weakness. And because I knew Cody was worried that Nicole would cut him. And Nicole was definitely worried that Cody would cut her for me. Yeah. So I knew that they were definitely both worried. So I don't think they were going to throw that last comp. They were both going to go after it. So as long as Cody won it, I thought I was good.
Well, this brings up a great question. I don't know that it's going to be a mystery, but we have been surprised on the meter that we have when we start polling chats. So we thought that we would ask them, do you guys think that if Enzo was the one making the choice, he should take Nicole, or he should have taken Cody? Now, that's with us knowing everything. So wherever you're watching, whether it's Twitch or YouTube or Facebook, you can just put Nicole or Cody in the chat for who you think Enzo should have taken. Wow, it is jumping immensely to Nicole already for the start. I'm seeing a lot of it is. I don't even see any Codys. It is very much a Nicole based on all the places you're live. Yeah, everybody says you should have taken Nicole.
Yeah, I mean, on the flip on that, like, yes, taking Nicole, you could tell the jury, look, I just brought Cody's head on a platter. He was the best all-around competitor the season had. Here's his head. You got to give it to me now. You know what I mean? But again, then on the flip side of that is, if I win those last two comps where I beat Cody in that comp and then I win the questions, I have a chance probably taking Cody to the end and winning, because I'm showing him, look, I just beat Cody straight up, head-to-head at the end. I just beat Nicole in these questions. How are you not going to give it to me? So I think if I win those last two comps, I could take anyone there, and I think I win. You know what I mean? But again, getting rid of Cody at the end was a big thing. It was a big power move where they'd have to respect it, you know?
Which way do you think you would have gone? Do you think you would have gone like, okay, I'm loyal with Cody, let's sit in the final two chairs together, or let me serve him up to the jury?
I love Cody, man. That's my guy, man. But, man, I'm telling you, at the end, if I had some power, man, and I had the choice, I'm telling you, it was gonna be hard not to get rid of Cody there, because just to say, like, yo, I made the biggest power move of the season. How would you not? I think I just had to say that, and I think I get $500,000 just saying I got rid of Cody, and that was it. You know what I mean? And Cody still gets upset if I say that. He's like, you were not gonna come and say. I was like, bro, my kids are my real alliance in that house. I love you, yo, but that's $500,000, man. You know what I mean? So. Again, now it's all 2020 now. It is what it is. But I'm telling you, in that moment, I was saying in the DR, I was like, yo, I love the root, but I think I'm going to have to chop it at the end here to try to, you know what I mean? To try to win this $500,000, because that's a big power move, man. It is. He was awesome. He played awesome.
When we would talk about it a lot on shows, that's what, we would all say in chat, would say, like, if Nicole wins and cuts Cody and brings Enzo, or Enzo wins and cuts Cody and brings Nicole, whichever of you was the one to cut Cody would probably be the one the jury was leaning toward.
Yeah, and I give Cody a lot of respect for taking, because he was, the minute he made that choice and took me, he was sitting there nervous, like, did I make the right move? Did I mess up again by taking, when he took Derek and this and that, did he mess up again? And then after I answered the questions where we were sitting down, he was like, oh my God, you're doing so good. You answered all the questions like really good. Holy cow, we went to a commercial break and he's sitting there like stressing. I'm like, bro, you're going to destroy me in this. Like, I knew what was going on there. Like, come on, though, 37 minutes to 4 minutes. Bro, this is over. I'm just hoping I get a vote or two. And I told him that during a commercial break. I did tell him that.
I mean, and we know now from watching the show that I think the person that voted Cody would have been the one to win. I mean, we've had most of I feel like the jury people around here, we've talked to them.
Yep.
It all seems to be whoever cut Cody would have gotten the votes.
Yeah, that's
And Enzo, so I know like Cody won unanimously, which I think I was kind of shocked. I thought maybe more people would be on the fence about it.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in particular on the jury that you were shocked didn't vote for you? Was it just in general you were shocked you didn't get some votes, or was it specific people that you were like, damn, what the hell?
No, I didn't like that. That doesn't sit well with me now still, but it is what it is. I gotta get over it. 9-9. I thought I'd get maybe a Devon's vote, maybe maybe Tyler would throw me a vote. Maybe Christmas. I was thinking maybe Christmas would have gave me a vote. You know what I mean? So it just like I said, I should have just been more straight up in the goodbyes. Maybe I could have swayed 2 people to do something for me. You know what I mean? But again, Cody at the end was just lights out, man. He knew it. He knew he had to win to survive because he was definitely a target to get cut, man. He was a huge target to get cut. So, and kudos to him, man. He did what he had to do and he destroyed it at the end.
And I think my sisters were the ones that said it. They said they were very shocked. Nicole F, because she was so upset leaving the house because Cody had cut her. I was actually shocked that she didn't not vote for him, because she seemed to be visibly like really frustrated with him.
I know that surprised me too. I was like, yo, he just cut you again. Not this season 16 too. You know what I mean? Like, that was a point too. I told, I was like, how are you going to take him over me when he already cut you on season 16? But again, she just felt that, that camaraderie with him, and she, from the beginning, and she was just going to take him over me, which to me was crazy. But like I said, I thought I should have got her vote, at least just out of pity, man. Just give me a vote. He just got rid of you. And she was sitting there crying to me during the commercial break and saying, I was such a fool. I was such a fool to even believe him. I can't believe him. So I was like, yeah, so give me a vote then. That's it. Say he's not taking you. Okay. Yeah,
look,
let's go.
I will say this on behalf of fans, Enzo. Janelle has come out and said she is done playing this game. I am ready for Enzo to be the new Janelle. I am ready to see you play 3-4 times. I think this ending is great for you. I think, while obviously it's not as good as winning $500,000, but it certainly gives you a reason to come back for redemption, to play it again. People fell in love with you all over again. They realized they love old school players. I almost feel like that second place win solidified you being someone who will play again.
I'm telling you, there might be a chance, man. I don't know, just the feeling I got, I think there could be maybe another chance. Again, I wish I was in my friggin' 30s. I wish I was 29. I'm friggin' 42. So let's say I get another chance 3-4 years from now. I'm gonna be what, 45, 46. Look,
yeah, but look how well you did at 42.
Yeah, if anyone could do it, it could definitely be me at that age.
Yes.
So again, maybe third time's the charm, man. Third place, second place. We'll see.
And
so it has to happen linearly. Third, second, next time first.
First. Let's go. And if I get in that house again, I'm gonna play lights out again, man, from the beginning to the end. Definitely I will.
Love it.
And as a 40-year-old, 42 is not old, Enzo.
It's not. I keep saying that. I'm saying that. A lot of people tell me you're saying that too much. Like, relax with that. I'm like,
you are. It is not old.
40 is the new 25 now.
I agree. Survivor 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 over on Twitch says, what is the status of your relationship with Nicole F now and Cody now? Is everything like, have you guys talked since the season's over?
I'm good with everybody. Like I said, there's only a couple people, like me and Davon don't really talk. Case don't really talk. Keisha, we don't talk. Again, I have nothing personal against any of them. I love them all. You know what I mean? I understand. I talk a lot of crap on a lot of people. I get it. And you could talk crap on me. I don't care. Do a YouTube video about me. Say whatever you want to say. Crack on me. Do whatever you got to do. And if that's what it's going to take for us to be friends again, then have at it. Let's be friends again. I'm that type of dude, man. I said it going in the house. I'm talking about everybody in the DR inside this house. So do the same about me. If you didn't do it, then that's your fault. That's not my bad.
And you would say it openly. You'd be like, I hate all of you, but I love all of you.
but I love all of you. That's it. I mean, but
Yep.
it's a game, and that's the
Yep.
objective of the game is to talk crap on everybody
Yeah.
to get to the end of the game. You just have to do that. I mean, what are you going to do? It is what it is. I mean,
Wait, by the way, your openness and sense of humor is what made you one of, if not the only, entertaining person on the feeds. I think I would argue the only one, right, Eric? I
a
feel
lot
like
of people tell me that too. A lot of people said I made it entertaining. It was a boring
Yes.
season. You made the feeds a lot fun, just
Yep.
like the dumb things I did with the Mulan, with this one here,
How's Mulan?
with this
Yay.
one right here. There she is, right there. There you go. Look, see,
Hello,
look,
Mulan.
see? With this one right there. So just like little, like whatever I could do to make someone. That's all social game too, man. Whatever I could do to just to use to my advantage, I will do in that house.
You know,
And
speaking. Oh, go ahead, Nicole.
I was gonna say you came into the house with 2 kids, and then you adopted Mulan. You had all those star babies at Christmas. Like that's a lot. That's a lot.
I'm saying, man, I was in the mix everywhere, yo. Everywhere I could be, I try to be in everyone's cookie jar. I try to do it. That's why I say my strategy is to make you love me, and then I use that to my advantage, good or bad for you. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do, man. That's just how I play. I play very sneaky, and I think people are starting to see that now.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I loved it. Speaking of Mulan, I see a lot of people in chat, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but let me ask you this, Enzo. If we were to get a duplicate Mulan, so not the original, that I would want to make very clear it would not be the original, but if we got like a duplicate Mulan, would you consider signing it so we could give it away?
Yeah, hell yeah. Definitely.
I see a lot of people were saying we really want an autographed Enzo Mulan. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think of that before the show. I'm sure we can find a blow up Mulan cow.
Over at Amazon. Get it off Amazon.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like they're all Amazon. So we will do that. We'll put it on our Instagram as a giveaway. I think that'll be fun. Yay. I did not even think of that. I apologize.
Wow.
But
Eric finds it very easy to find blow up products.
So next question. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. To go back to your point, Enzo, I will never get it. I mean, I kind of get it. I will never get the people that take anything personal that happens in the game. I'm sorry. I try and understand it, but I just can't. Like, it's game and real life is real life. I'll never get you. And it's not like I could understand if this was like jail and you were thrown in there and had, like, you signed a contract to play a game about lying and manipulating people for money. Why are you complaining or upset that you got out manipulated or out lied to? You just didn't play the game well. Like, I'll never understand it.
Kevin was on a block half the season. He was on a block pretty much the whole season. And I think, look, he came out of it like, look, man, it was a bad experience and that, but he's still, you know, he's still friendly with everybody. He texted me his number the other day too. We keep in contact. You know, I peep his stories. I like his Instagram pictures, whatever. I mean, that's the attitude. Look, we could all get mad. We're all human. I get that. But, bro, I mean, you're holding on to something here it's just part of it, man. If someone cracked on me, okay. I crack back, and then that's it. It's over.
Absolutely.
It's done with. I mean,
yeah.
I think one of, like, the most therapeutic moments was having that discussion between me and Memphis. You know, the guy that, he evicted me. Like, we were able to, like, laugh about it. And, like, after I was evicted, I said some not so nice things about him. We laughed about it, and you move on. Like, it is what it is. Yeah.
You had a dope saying when you were like, this is not all scared. This is all stars.
Thank
love
you.
that when you did that. I love when you did that. I was like, oh, shit.
I cut and snapped a little bit. I was so pissed. I was like, I'm going home second. Are you freaking kidding me right now?
I know, man. I hated to see you go. I did, man, because I know me and you would have been sneaky in that house together. Like I said, me and you could have had just our own little East Coast alliance. Like I said, be the mole there, I'll be the mole here. I trusted you. I really trusted you. And I feel like I could definitely
I had my people, especially like Kevin, like I was very solid with me, Kevin, Davon, like that was my 3. But I knew, and this is something I've said to Eric, had I stayed longer, I think especially around like jury time, I think you and I would have like a
We
line.
got tight. We got really tight. Yeah, we were, because I said just for my sister-in-law, just from her. But I just felt like the whole East Coast thing, the Long Island thing. I was like, I feel a connection with this girl. I feel a vibe with her, and I definitely want to protect her in this game. But at that point, man, it was just wow, man. You couldn't do anything. It's like what Ian said. Like you had to stink on you. It was like it was done.
I was hooked from every angle. It didn't matter what I did.
Yeah, no matter what.
It was too late with them, and then the other side didn't want me because of them, and they kept on campaigning for me. So I just kept on getting buried.
I have to say this might have been my fault a little bit. It doesn't seem like you remember this, Nicole, which is great. So I'm not going to feel guilty at all. But I don't think it's any secret that before everyone went into this house, there was rumors of people who were going to be on the show. And I remember one of the conversations that I said to Nicole before she left was, let's just remember that Enzo strung my precious Brittany along into the end of the season and cut her. And I was like, don't you fall for it, Nicole. Don't you fall for it. He's going to charm you, Nicole. He's going to make you laugh. You're going to love it. And then he's going to stab you in the back. Stay away from Enzo. But you apparently don't remember that conversation. So great.
I wouldn't do this at all.
I would have rather been Brittany than gone home second. So you know what? I would have taken it.
What?
Right, got to the Final Four, and then at least at that point, you got an HOH and a POV to win. You know what I mean? So it's up to you at that point, right?
That's week 2 bicep bullshit. What kind of veto was that? Like my little scrawny arms can lift that thing. Oh my God, yeah, that was so horrible. Now I would have lasted maybe 5 minutes with that thing. Man, there's no way. That was too hard for that was too hard, man. And of course, the guy with the biggest muscles in the house, pretty much, Memphis wins it. I dropped it within 2 seconds. I was so embarrassed. I just want to go inside and cry.
You have nothing to be embarrassed by because that just wasn't for you. That you had no business being in that comp. It just wasn't, man. It was Dave. Who's last week? It was Dave, Tyler, and Memphis.
Yeah.
The dudes with just kind of muscular arms. You know what I mean? So that just tells you.
Everybody does say that was a bicep comp. I don't know why they don't. I don't know why they don't do something more to kind of stop that. People saying that by saying like, these are the POVs you're going to see in this order. Like, just tell us, the audience. Obviously, they're not going to tell you, so they prepare them. But it would be interesting at like, if the week before they would say something like, next week on Big Brother, you will see this POV, this HOH, this, so that people can't say like, oh, that POV was because they wanted that person to win or because they didn't want that person to win. I feel like there's so many easy things they could do to cut down some of the fan chaos on the outside. And I don't know why they don't do that. But anyway, I have another very important question.
Yes, I know what it's going to be.
Do you know what it's going to be? It is a serious question, Enzo. People need to know. They're yelling at me for not asking you. You're getting it on all the chats, and it is, obviously. Have you been contacted by your foot stalker yet?
See, the thing was with that.
Oh gosh, this is a story.
The foot stalker would stalk me on Twitter. Right. Now, I got hacked. My Twitter account got hacked, so I can't get on Twitter to see if she's elated because there is a lot of foot pics of me from this season, or does she want more? Is she getting greedy and she wants more? So I don't know the answer to that question because I can't get on Twitter. Now, for my foot stalker that's out there, I am on Instagram. So if you wanna stalk me on Instagram, I put up a post just for you and other foot stalkers. I put up my foot pics are up there on at ENZP_. So for my foot stalker out there, you can go on my Instagram and you could have at it and look at my feet.
And you literally posted about your feet. You said, here you go for my foot stalker, and it was like an album of just feet.
I was like, I appreciate you, trust me. Just don't kill me for my feet. Here, have at it.
I am sure that you are aware it got its own segment on the show.
That's what I heard. Yes, I did hear that, which is friggin' crazy. I mean, I had a lot of segments then, man.
Again, because you kept the feeds alive. So later on in the season, when there weren't a lot of people in the house, there wasn't really a lot of game talk, there wasn't a lot of things happening, it would be, here's a segment of Enzo's feet. Here's a segment of Enzo with the
People
bidet.
walking in on Enzo in the bathroom, they said.
Yeah.
I think walking in on Enzo in the bathroom, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, clearly things did not turn out the way that, Nicole or I hope that they would turn out for, our success. But to be fair, I've been pushing the foot thing for Nicole for forever. We did an entire podcast show just about how there's a website about Nicole's feet. I don't know how we get the foot stalker people over here. I will literally sell you Nicole's feet pictures. DM me $20.
Ew, no.
They want the soles, preferably the soles. They want a picture of the soles. That's what I got from it.
The soul. I mean, look, I'm not here to shame anybody. Okay.
Whatever. Different strokes for different folks. Whatever gets you going.
I just felt like, like I have other features that, I think are nice. I have nice cheekbones.
Yeah.
I have I have a nice athletic body build. You know what I mean? Just my feet, and I think like my feet are like the ugliest part of my body, but that's what they want. So I felt kind of like, I felt I was upset. I felt like, I was upset.
I know that you're not on.
Think very highly, because if someone loves what you feel is your worst feature, then your amazing features must be friggin' amazing. All
right, that's true. Okay, all right, that's it. I'll take it at that. Then, all right.
I know that you're not on Twitter. Do you know what OnlyFans is?
I've been hearing. I've been getting a lot of DMs.
Yes, you are. You're getting.
There, and I'm like, what is this? And I asked some friends, and they were like, yeah, that's like it's like a site where you could just like show like
whatever you want. You can show whatever you want.
And can you sell that? You could just like sell a picture of me, a picture of my feet.
Yeah.
People
other things.
Subscribe monthly, but I'm seeing a lot of people in the TV code chat. Angela says, I think it's time for Enzo's feet OnlyFans.
Maybe I'll go on just to show pictures of my feet and see if I get money for it. I mean, who knows?
Why would you not? I mean, why would you not?
So I'll try that out. But other things I can't. For the people out there, I have kids, so I can't get too raunchy.
Right.
The feet I will give you.
Right, exactly. I think that we should, and I think we should make it happen. Enzo, a lot of course, you're getting so many people in chat saying how much they love you. What Nicole has said, how you were a joy. You were one of the people that brought fun to the show, fun to the feeds. Was there anything that you wished would have been more like your first season this season? So was there anything that you were like, ooh, I really missed this aspect from the first time I played? Like Nicole will say she misses there wasn't a lot of games at night or fashion shows or fun things like that.
Yeah.
Camaraderie. Was there anything that you missed from your first season that you wish you would have seen this season?
I really liked my first season, but this season I had so much more fun on. I felt like it was just so messy. It was so messy. It was like so messy in the beginning. I was in so many alliances. I was in alliance with women. Like I never did that on my first season. It was just the brigade, and that was it. That I had their back, and that was it. I didn't care about anybody else in the house. You know what I mean? So I was aligned with so many different people on this season. It was so messy. I didn't think I was going to last that long because it was just so messy. But it made it so fun for me. It just made it so fun.
You're the first person that has said, if I can remember correctly, that this season was a nicer or fun experience for you. Like a lot of people said they enjoyed their original ones better. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, and I had a lot of fun on my first season too, but this season I have to say I had more fun. It was just the craziness aspect of it for me. It was so messy. It was just so messy. It was so much. It was just so messy in there. I was put on a spot a couple of times by Bailey. I remember Devon throwing me under the bus to Christmas. I mean, it was just messy, and I loved it.
We love the mess. What I want to ask is something that Memphis brought up. Memphis is a firm believer that the HOH should not get credit for evicting the person, that the house should get credit. What is your view on that? Do you think the HOH is supposed to take the credit, or the people that vote the person out?
That's a good question. I mean, but again, when the HOH is telling the house who to vote for,
exactly,
I mean, the HOH should get the credit for it. You know what I mean? But it is, like I said, if the house goes against the HOH, then the house did it. The house did it. But again, the HOH has the balls to put these people up on the block So they have to get the credit for it, man. They're putting those people on the block, man. You know, you're putting, like I put Kaser up on the block against Kevin or whatever. Kaser went home. I had the balls to do it. Same thing when Cody got rid of Tyler. He had the balls to put Tyler on the block, man. No matter if the house did or not, he put him on a block, man. So I give credit to the HOH.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Because Memphis credits all of you guys for evicting me, not himself.
Not himself, oh yeah.
I will not.
He's taking the easy way out. Is that what he's doing, Memphis?
I need to have another follow-up conversation with.
Look, I have to say this, aside from, well, no, I guess that's not true. I do love everyone that we've had on. Memphis was the most shocking person that we had on because I really enjoyed his personality outside of the game. And it is truly why I say there's
hilarious.
There's game and real life. Like he was like, yeah, Nicole, I voted Jet. Suck it up. Well, it wasn't even my fault.
Inside the house. Like he just made me laugh how brash he was and just he was hilarious inside the house. And then when he got, and then like I keep contact with him. I comment on his stories. I got his cell number. We text here and there. He's just a funny dude, man. He's just a funny dude, man. He really is. He said the other day on his Instagram story, he was like, "Look, I'm gonna put the comments on my Instagram photos. But if one of you say anything there, I will block your ass in a second." That's Memphis, you know.
Postseason, yes. In the house, I was not on the Memphis train because he was not on the Nicole A train. Yes. I don't know what I did.
Oh, he loved me, man. He loved me in that house. So like this is how good I had him in this house. I'm sleeping in my bed in the photo room. I got Christmas waking me up saying, Memphis wants to talk to you. He's upstairs. That's the HOH. He just won HOH. It's the next day, the day of the nominations. Christmas is waking me up. It's like 11:30. Memphis wants to talk to you. I go upstairs and Memphis is like, you're going to be in the Wise Guys with me. He leaves. Christmas comes in. That's Wise Guys 2. This is what I'm getting from the HOH. That's how good I had it. And, you know?
Absolutely. But that's not like the game coming to you, though. That's a testament to your social game and the way you play. He came to you for.
He sees that everyone at the house loves me. So he's like, why am I going against people when I could just make him an ally? I'm just going to let me make him an ally because why make him an enemy? Because everyone in the house loves him, you know? So
absolutely.
I played awesome. I don't care what anyone says. I played awesome. It is what it is.
You did. You really
proud of what I did, yo. I'm proud of what I did.
You very much did, and I saw people on YouTube were talking about, speaking of you making the feeds fun, one of, I think, our favorite moments from this season was all of you being in the key room, talking about your jobs, and of course, your crown story. Well, I say crayon story. Everybody loved it. It was one of the top moments of the season. So
funny.
I swear to God, I said I slept it for a week. I sold crayons for a day. It was one day, and that was it. I quit. I was like, I ain't doing this ever again. And like I said, the one dude was getting mad at me because it was his route. And he was like, you're fucking my route up. Because I was going upstairs and going in hallways and acting like I was ringing bells and selling shit. And I would come out and be like, yeah, there's nobody home. There's no one home. Next house. Like, so he got upset at me at the end of the day. I was like, yo, get out of here, yo. You sell crayons, yo, man. No knock. Look, I don't knock no one's hustle.
Nope.
Do what you got to do to make money. It is what it is. Nope. It just wasn't for me.
My favorite part of that delivery was the whole when you were like, I pretend to walk in, I walk out and like, nah, they don't want any.
Nah, ain't no one home. No one wants any crayons. I'll check the next one. All right, you're gonna go to the next one. Right, I'm gonna check the next one too. All right.
I need to report that after polling for this entire show, with 87% of the vote, it is what it is. It's the winner of their favorite, by a long shot. It is what it is.
That's surprising to me. I thought it would be the yo, but it is what it is.
Because I think people are adding the yo on to the it is what it is in their own mind, but it was the winner was it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
It's what it is.
And what is it? It is.
It is.
It's that.
That's it. Yo, handshake. That's it. Yo.
That's it.
So, we are We are technically out of time. I don't want to let people forget because, again, to be clear, there's a lot of people asking about your social media. So if you came in late or you missed it, so to be clear, currently you are not on Twitter because you are hacked. I can't believe there's not a Twitter person out there that can fix that for Enzo, but reach out if you can. Where do you want people to follow you on Instagram?
It is at ENZP_ENZP_. Very easy.
Very easy. And of course, we will have the links below this show on our website, hellofriendspod.com. Go ahead, Nicole.
I was just going to say, I see Katarina in the TV chat said, Enzo, get your Instagram verified. Gotta get on that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. How do I do that? Because you are verified. How do I do that? I don't know how to do that. I will put
you in touch with the people that did it for me.
Okay, perfect.
I won't say it publicly.
What to do, how to do it, and I'm just like, what's going on? And my friends are like bothered by it too. And there is a fan out there that gets very upset at me because she's like, I have 17 people that are following me that are verified, and I want 18. I don't like having an even number of people that are verified following me, so you have to get verified. And she's actually serious about it. So it
also helps you like not get hacked, and people know you're legit. Like it's a safer way to have social media. So you really should have it.
It looks like it just doesn't. It looks very secure. It looks very bootleg right now, and I need to I need to make it more professional. I need to.
And you want your feed pictures to be secure. You know, you don't want your feed pictures getting hacked or something. You want it,
So tell me that. And then a lot of people tell me to do a podcast and tell me how to do that because people keep asking me how to do that. So I will give it one. I'll give it one podcast and see what I get on the feedback of it. Remember, I wanted to make the litter box.
Yes, that's right.
We'll see. Maybe I'll do it one time for people.
Well, look, Enzo, we all live right near each other. Lucky for you, you know people that do podcast production. We should all go to lunch and we can figure it out. And we'll figure out how to do set you up with an Enzo podcast to make your life easy.
That's awesome.
Good idea.
Because I would love it. I would love it. And I have to say about being verified, I've never cared in the 10 years I've been doing this. I legitimately never cared, never asked people to get me verified until I had to be Nicole for 2 weeks. You guys get the best features with verification. I am blown away how much better Twitter is if you're verified. I could give a shit about that blue check. The features that you get, I was like, wowie. Doesn't matter. I'm never being verified. I'm not ever going on a reality TV show.
Yes, bro. That was like the biggest difference from last time I played till now. Being on a reality show is just social media is just crazy now. The negativity is at an all-time high. It is just crazy. It's insane. It's insanity. But again, that was a shock. That was a culture shock for me when I seen that. I was like, oh shit, it's like that now, you know. So, but you know, I got thick skin. It is what it is.
Yeah,
and I guess
it's what it is.
That's a good question. I'll wrap up with that. How are things post-season? Like you technically just got out of the house. Like how is that transition going?
Oh, it's good. The transition is good. Like my hometown, I'm like everywhere I go, people want hugs, people want pictures, people want. I was having shots with the mayor of my town. Like a couple, like 3 days after I was out. I bumped into the mayor at a bar and we were just doing shots. And he was like, bro, you were awesome. And this and that. I think someone's trying to give me the key to the city or whatever. But I was like, yeah, I'm not worthy of that. I don't know. I'm not worthy of that. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? We had a great time. We had some shots. I'm getting such great feedback, even on Instagram. Hey, every so often you get your little hater that comes in and says whatever. But 99% of the time, it's all great feedback, and I thank everybody out there that supported me. I support you too. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Trust me.
I honestly think that you should take the key to the city if you get one, because little birdie told me you guys aren't getting your house keys this season.
I haven't got mine yet. I'm still like, yo, where is mine? You know what I mean? I still haven't got it.
I was told it's a negative.
Yeah, I've been hearing it's a negative.
Because they just didn't like the season?
We just didn't get keys.
No,
we just didn't get keys. Holy shit.
So
that's
weird.
Kind of, dude, what about the little key thing that was on the suitcases? Didn't they have that?
Oh, the tag. We should get the tag.
Yeah, maybe that tag. Wasn't that tag like there was a key on that tag?
It was a little. I'm talking about like the actual. Can I ask this publicly? When you were HOH, was there a box with all of our keys with our names on them?
Yes. Yes, there was.
They do exist.
So they exist. They definitely exist.
Well, shit.
Yeah, I seen. Yeah, they were all there. I seen all the keys.
Maybe they did it. Maybe it's one of the things they sent a lot of.
Probably on eBay. It's on eBay, and they're making money on it. That's probably what it is.
Well, if they're doing it for Give Kids the World, because I saw that production sent a ton of stuff to Give Kids the World.
Key, and I will pay Give Kids the World. I will take my key and I will give the money for it. I want my key.
I want my key too. I got my other keys right here. I'm actually like, this is like my first keys right here. Right here. This is my first key. I have like a little like Big Brother like tabernacle. Right here. This is my first key right here.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Enzo. See Enzo right there? Does it say Enzo? There it is.
Beautiful.
See? That's my first key. So I would like the other key, but whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the only thing that I was a little bit. I love how I make it like I was on the show. That was the listener show. That was the only thing I was upset about getting to do Nicole's intro package with her. I literally thought that they were tricking us the whole time, and that at some point they were going to be like, "All right, Eric, here's the key that you need to give to Nicole now." And then once we were all done, I was like, "There's really no key. There's not going to be a handing of a key. Nope."
I mean, this whole season was crazy, man. It was just crazy. Just getting tested every Tuesday. And then we got to leave the house and go into the lot to play in the basement, which was crazy, which was unlike, it was just, we would walk through the front, through the stage, out into the lot, and then go walk down underneath, go around, and then go into the basement, which was so great just to get out of the house for a little bit. It was so awesome.
And of course, he means allegedly for comedic purposes. Allegedly for comedic purposes. Look, everyone know. I mean, it's all. I mean, he's just repeating what he saw.
I got my check already, so I don't give a shit. My check cleared already.
Okay, so there you go. That's what I
can do
now. Well, Nicole, I want to give you final thoughts.
Final thoughts to our fellow East Coaster, Northeaster, I should say. I think it goes without being said, like Chad is saying this entire time, you were awesome. The feeds were amazing this season because of you, and that's for a reason. You're a very straight shooter. You're funny as hell. You're our kind of people. I appreciate, like I said at the beginning, you giving me my one of two votes not to leave. So thank you for that. And I think you played a tremendous game. Should have gotten more jury votes in the end, and I'd love to see you play again.
Oh, shit. Okay. Thank you. That makes me feel very warm inside. Thank you, Nicole.
Well,
Nicole.
Well, speaking of feeling warm and fuzzy, like Nicole said, all of your fans that are here for you, Enzo, is there any final thing, any thought, anything you want to say to everyone who tuned in here tonight to hear from you, your fans?
I appreciate you guys. Trust me. You got my back. I got your back. Trust me. And if this might not be the last time you see the meow, man. We maybe another show, or maybe get back in BB again. Who knows? Who knows? But if I do, I will definitely fight for you guys. Trust me. And I will find a way, scratch and claw, to get to the end of the game again. I promise you that.
We believe it. We cannot wait to see it. Thank you guys all for everyone subscribing, following, liking, sharing this show. It really helps support them. Nicole and I will see you back here on Monday at, I believe, 8 p.m. Eastern, where we will be kicking off our whole new show and everything 5 days a week. We will be starting that Monday with some surprises that you'll have to tune in for. Check out our Instagram. We will get a Mulan. We will give away a Mulan on our Instagram. So make sure you're following us over there. And we will see you guys on the next show.
Yes.
Bye for now, everybody.
You guys, it was fun, man. Thank you guys so much.
Bye, guys.
Have a great
You
weekend,
too,
guys.
Enzo.
Talk to
You
guys
too.
soon.